Hello everybody, here we are, welcome back, and today in this live we are gonna be just working on some more features of that Google Meet clone project. And the thing is that on a daily basis I'm supposed to be giving it only 2 hours. So let's quickly give it 2 hours, and then we are gonna be focusing on the DevOps part, because the primary goal is to complete the DevOps section as soon as possible. But I cannot leave the full stack things aside as well. So it's better to just simply keep working on something or the other on a daily basis, and keep learning the DevOps as well. So this is how the things are gonna be going on. As for the project, I'm gonna be working on the same one. Let's see how many functionalities we can add to this. There are two things actually remaining right now: saving the chats and saving the history. First of all, we are gonna be focusing on the saving the chat, and then we will start focusing on the saving the history. So this is how it's gonna be going on. Control Shift T. What is the current resource referencing? Get rid of this. Google Chrome is just giving me something. So Control Shift T. Oh hey, what is happening? Things are getting removed from here. Interesting. Control Shift T. Here I got them. And one more time Control Shift C, so that I can see the chats. I'm gonna be turning on the chats, so don't worry about that. I just want to be able to see them on my laptop, so I will have to just configure a few things and then it's gonna be done. So dismiss. No. Okay, I think it's gonna be taking some time. My laptop doesn't have that much good specification, and because of that thing it lacks the performance, but okay, never mind. It just somehow works. Okay, what are we gonna be doing right now? Pretty simple stuff. Allow personal message. Even this is something that we have to focus on. Add backend to save chats and save chat. Wow, this is crazy, because we have to even do this thing, that add backend to save chats and the show history. This needs to be saved. Okay, first of all we will have to even add the personal message functionality. Okay, I never even mentioned that. So let's simply work on this particular functionality. Hopefully all the things are gonna be done. Allow personal message. How should the personal messages be sent? ls turbo dev. Let me first of all quickly start this, and meanwhile let me see if everything's alright here. Live, and let me check the status of the live. I'm not even checking that, I'm just here on the project right now. Okay. Things are fine. Am I audible here? Hello. Can you hear me? Am I audible? Yeah, I am audible there. Interesting. And the next thing that I actually need to do here, that is disabling this. What did I disable? Not enable DVR. Disabling the auto off. Hopefully I've done the things right. Alright, everything's done, whatever needs to be done, and right now we can just simply go ahead from here on. So what is the next thing that I'm gonna be focusing? Pretty simple. Coming back to this one, even this better auth is the problematic thing here. It is just simply saying that in the WebSocket server you don't have better auth. WebSocket server I don't have better auth. I mean I'm using that over there, right? So from the apps web, I'm gonna be copying this better auth URL from here. Once it is actually copied, I'm gonna be actually pasting it here, so that I don't get the same error again and again, and hopefully this should resolve. I mean I should not be getting that message at least, and turns out yeah, it is right. Alrighty, so what is the next thing that I have to do? I don't even know that whether everything's clear or not, so let me be sure that everything's going well. Don't wanna set it to defaults. What is your resources not? I will be texting you back. Right now I'm just busy with the live, so let's not worry about that. Hello, am I audible? Can you hear me? Am I audible here or not? Yeah, I am audible. Alrighty, this much is done. Continuing from here on. I'll even have to log in if needed. So this much is done. The next thing is that I have to allow the personal message. The question is, How can I allow the personal messages? Right now, how it looks like localhost 3000. It's gonna be different this time. I mean, I will actually have to work on many things. Let's work on them one by one. So here I'm already logged in, and the logo and all. Let's simply click on the new meeting. New meeting is going to be created when I click on the chat. So what should actually happen over here? Sending the message in the group. I'm gonna be okay with this one because otherwise I will not be able to focus on that particular functionality that I want to focus on. So it's completely optional. This thing is even I haven't designed. What should usually happen over here? That you should have a kind of an input over here. That input decides like to whom this message is going to be sent, and from here you will be sending it, and backend will be responsible for forwarding the message to that particular user only. So is it hard to do? No. It's actually easy. You have to just simply send the to as well, like to whom this particular message needs to be sent, and this is how it's gonna be done. But this is definitely gonna be time taking, and the thing is that as per the UI we just get the previews over here. That simply means if I want to add that, so that somewhere needs to get it here. Should I do that? I think for now this much should be it. We know exactly what it needs to be what it needs to do, what it should be doing. As soon as you are sending the message from here, you will be selecting like to this particular participant, to everyone, or to some particular users this message should be sent, mainly one user. So to one user or to everybody, and if it is being sent to one user, you have to send the ID of that particular user, and then backend will be responsible for forwarding the message to that particular user only, and this is how it just simply gets done. I can do it as well. Not really big problem. But yeah, we'll have to change some UI stuff here. Let's simply work on the UI. As I'm already working on this, let's not leave anything behind. So what will I be doing here? Store. How should it actually look like? Let me go to eraser. I have 2 hours, so in these 2 hours, whatever I can do, I'm gonna be just focusing on doing that. So right now, my chat types, my input section somewhat looks like this. This is the input box from where I'm gonna be sending a message. Just above this, somewhere here, I need to have something. So suppose here, I'm gonna be having from, and the from name is gonna be here, and to name is gonna be here. Just something like this. From, it will always be from my side, so I don't need to have it here. But this to definitely needs to be here. First of all, this to whom do I want to send? So this particular input box should also be there when I'm sending the message. This is the first thing, and this is gonna be sort of drop down or something, from where I can actually select drop down or select. So from here I should be able to select everyone or a particular user. Once everyone is selected, so everyone will be sent, and if one user is selected, so one user's ID will be sent. So this is how it's gonna be going on. And when it comes to that particular one user, so I have to just simply send the ID for that particular user, the connection ID. That should be sort of. And when it comes to everybody, so I'm gonna be sending everybody here. Let's see how it's gonna be going on. But overall, what I want that app meeting, and inside meeting I have my meeting ID, page.tsx. Inside the panels I have the chat panel, of course. Well, that's a lot of things. Let's simply ignore the unnecessary ones, and I have to go to the panel section. Inside that chat panel, participant panel, chat panel, of course, and inside this chat panel I have to go to the chat input box section, and from the chat input box side, what am I doing? I'm actually sending the message. Great stuff. Even I'm creating the ID for chat, and let me just simply add it to the workspace. So this thing is also done. The thing that I'm thinking of changing over here, I have the preview browser here, I have the input form over here, right? This is the input form, and so whenever I have uploaded the file, this is the what? This is the main input box. In file upload, this is the this is the file upload input. This is the message section, message input, and this is the main button. But I want that somewhere here, or even probably here. I'm gonna be having some kind of drop down that will be able to select some values. So I'm already using Daisy UI over here. So let me go to Daisy UI. Daisy UI. There is no pre thought design here. Whatever we'll get, we'll just simply implement that. Ultimately, functionality wise, it should be working. Look wise, it should be overall good. Okay. So what I want here, let me see if I can find something useful. I'm looking for some kind of selectors that can use for selecting the participants, and turns out I don't really have them here. So let me get select from here, and let's see if I can get something. This is the one that I have, and yeah, these types of things we want. The question is which one is better. I'm gonna be getting the things like this, and this is enough. Here I'm gonna be getting all the participants. How about this one? It is just below, it is at the nope. Interesting. Okay, it just keeps changing. It will be so what is the difference between them? Ghost and no background. There is a background, that's okay. Will field set level, so optional, okay, fine. Optional, by default it will be selected to everyone, that's okay. Pick text, it will have some colors and all, and neutral color, that's fine. So ultimately it will be of these types of but here I just want maybe the top one that should kind of do the job. So let me just copy it. Once it is actually copied from here, I'm gonna be having a div, I'm gonna be pasting it here. That should be enough. Even removing the div will do the job. Div is not something that is required over here, so I'm gonna be having it like this. Let's come back here. It sort of looks like this. Okay, the next thing is that this top level div that I have, I'm gonna be making it be from here, and I'm gonna be making another div here, and that div will contain this select as well as this whole div. Again, this can definitely be better, I will work on that, but let's first of all focus on the UI part. As for the creating lots of components on top of each other, that can be done. Class name flex, flex is gonna be column. So this is how it looks like. Even if I just simply remove this, should be enough. How about giving width full? So this is how it looks like, and this selector doesn't have width full or what. So class name is select width full, and this is how it looks like. Okay, that's interesting. The another thing is that it should have some padding as well. So if I give it padding 3, what will happen? Padding 3 doesn't really make any difference. How about giving padding to this one? So this is how it's gonna be looking like. Let's not worry about the padding of this, but worry about the padding of this. So let's mx give it 3 or something. That's gonna be bad. In that case, how am I supposed to be making it smaller? Width full, right? Let me give width 98% or something, or probably 95%. Okay, and then mx is gonna be auto because the top one is gonna. And how about making it flex and flex column? So this is how it's gonna be looking like. Not the worst thing ever, but I can even make it smaller. So let me give it 90% or something, and that is it. This is more than enough, right? The another thing is that 100, there is just extra space, so in that case it should have some fixed width that it does not have right now. In that case, the top level, this is the chat panel that I have to take care of. So when it comes to the panels, so I have the chat panel, and inside this chat panel I have these two things here: chat message, not two things, actually three things. This is the first thing, height is 92%, and this is the another one, height is h% chat input. Let me make it 80 around, let me make it 10% or something, and it looks like this. Can I give it some BG color so that it's easy to recognize this? 300. So this is how it looks. It has width 10%. In the top one, this one, right? BG green 300. So this is it. So around 90%, 10%. How about the other ones like this meeting and all? That is problematic. In that case, this is the top level div that I have, and it has fixed width, but it doesn't have the height. And width 6% I have here, sorry, height 6% I have here, 94 here. So 694, it's already around 100. So the below one, this chat input was the extra. So what does this contain? How about giving this height screen? So the top level div that I have, chat panel, it will have height screen just like this, and let me give it some BG blue around 300 so that I'm able to recognize this. This is done. And apart from this particular thing, once it has that much, so this is the section, right? So it should have height 6%. It should have height 94. That's already equals to 100. Let me give it width as BG orange 300. So this is the top one. This is the 6% width of all. If I make it 100, if I actually make it 100, in that case only this much it's gonna be like. I'm not satisfied with this. Flex column, hide screen, flex column, it is around this much. I want to organize it better, like the code can be written in a better way for sure. First of all, the top level div that I have, that has hide screen. Once it has the hide screen, after that I can make sure that it will have some. From that, the middle div will have some. Oh, that's fine, that makes sense. So if I just simply remove this from here, so sort of it does have around full width. So what am I gonna be doing? This is the div that I have, and let me even organize it right now in a better way. That simply means this top level div will have height around 6%. That is fine, no problem with that. So let me get rid of it. So it has around 6% or something. That's great. And the another thing is that this below one, this, what does that mean? Hi, by the way, how are you? It will have height 94%. So this is how things are gonna be going on. And once it has 94% width, let me give it some color as well so that I can recognize this. So BG black, nothing could be better than this. So it does have that much width, that's great. And let me make it forget about the color, it does exist there. So BG blue, no need to worry about this, we're done with this. Similarly this BG orange, it's working fine as well. So then I have the black color, I will be removing it very soon. And then below this I have a few more things. So how can I make it more organized? This is the chat message that I have, and this is the chat input that I have. In that case, well, it doesn't need to be even more organized, it's even better. And once it is this, height 80% and height 10%, that's equivalent to 90% only. So how about making it 90 and making it 10? So this is how it's gonna be looking like. Well, this is not bad either, not the worst thing ever. That simply means if I remove this BG color from here and removing the other colors like this BG black, removing this BG orange, and lastly done. 94. And one more thing, BG green. That is it, that's it. So this is how it looks like, and if I select the values from here, I'm able to select them. How about the previews? How do the previews look like? Preview looks like this. Preview needs to be a little at the top, and when it comes to preview, this is somewhere here, so the preview is actually not great. Let me reload the page. Let me work on the preview section right now. So when it comes to the preview section, so that must be inside chat message. So the preview itself is the part of the chat message, isn't this? Probably. So inside the not chat message contains the received message, and this preview is the part of chat input here. And as this is the part of chat input, what is the chat input? This is just a fragment, and then I have a div, and then there is a preview carousel. Coming back to this one, preview carousel, chat message, get rid of this, chat panel. So somewhere here, suppose I have this below chat input, maybe it's at the top, preview, whether that's visible or not, but that is somewhere here. Just like this. And what am I doing to this one, this preview carousel? First of all, can I just simply collapse some of the things, because it's hard to just simply go with the stuff. Yeah, here. So preview carousel, and it has height this much, that's fine. And top 150, how about making it 200? And it is actually height 30, width full, absolute. So it is absolute. Absolute to what? Absolute relative to, not this parent div, it is relative to this particular div. So the second parent that it has. So it is related to that. So simply means it can easily be previewed over the chat messages. That's right. And as this is relative to that, in that case, height 30 is fine. Top 200. Let's see how it's gonna be looking like. Preview carousel, that needs to be removed. Cut. And time to just simply see. Come on, I should be able to select. Okay, interesting thing, I'm not able to select the files. Oh really? Why? This whole message section is not clickable. Right now it is, but at this 100, and still there is this extra scroll bar, and those things are not quite clickable. Interesting stuff. Why that's not clickable? That simply means what? This one, am I able to click this? Yeah. All these things are clickable except this. And the region behind this is what? BG red 300. This has this much width, and if I'm actually clicking that, it should no doubt be clickable, but it is not. That simply means something is overlapping. What is overlapping? That is something I have to check. Probably because of this. Let's see. Still not able to click. That simply means that's not the problem. If this is not the problem, then this has something called this preview carousel. Is this the problem? And it turns out, yeah, that is the problem. So that's been overlapping over here. The question is, how can you fix that, and why is that overlapping? So this is the container that I have. Hide 30%. Let me give it some color. BG the network issue, just like yesterday. Yesterday I was facing the issue, and then I had to end the live and record the video. Hopefully today I won't have to do that. So ultimately this is the div that is here. So what I have to do, it should be display none by default, otherwise that's gonna be problematic. So that simply means the preview carousel I have, that's okay, and absolute and all these things are fine. Preview carousel, and if there is no selected file, I'm simply returning from here. That is good. The only thing that I need to change here, that is this particular section, this top level div, it needs to be set to display none when there are no elements are selected. Files I'm already sending from here. Once the files are actually received, files.length, if that is equals to 0, that means no files are selected. That simply means based on the length of the files, I have to decide whether to make it visible or not. So let me cut this thing from here, and just like this, not only just like this, I'm gonna be using cn over here, and will be used for combining the stuff. Over here height width full, that's fine. The thing is that one more style here, that is gonna be files.length, if that's triple equals to 0. In that case, hidden. This should be enough. So right now I'm able to select them, and whenever I just simply select these images and all, at that time they look like this. Really bad, get it, but it is visible at the end of the day. Second thing is that I have to fix this thing. Okay, in order to fix this, this should be around 100 or something. Let's not 1200, let me keep it around 100, and this is how it looks like, and 100 from the top. How about 130? Keeping it 140, probably 138. This should do the job. 135, and that's fine. So ultimately whenever I click on this, it should be scrolled, I should be able to select them, I should be able to preview them, and what else do I want? That simple. I'm able to select, I will be able to select the participants, to whom do I have to send the message, and the job will be done. Great job. So ultimately overall UI wise it is ready. Let's work on the business logic side. And the color I have to remove from here, that this BG green. Alrighty. So at the end of the day, this is how it looks like. I have to select some of the values from here, and this will be done. Let's work on which side. This select. So what is gonna be the name? I'm gonna be creating a new component over here. That would be a better thing to do, because there are things are increasing bit by bit. So creating a component or keeping it here? Let's keep it here. It's not even that big. This is nothing but a form, so not really big problem. And the default value, pick a color. By the default value is gonna be everyone, or select default value, pick a color. So by default everyone will be selected, so I'm gonna be getting the value from here. And the name is gonna be send to. That's better. And this is gonna be, the first option is gonna be everyone. By the way, that's by default actually. So everyone, and then another one will actually contain some participants. So this is how it's gonna be going on. Class name this mx4, okay, and they will have some values everyone, and it will have the ID of others, just like this. And this ID I have to know here. So ultimately I will be looping through that so that I can get the IP. That's right. And then I have to just simply render the name as well. That simply means if I can get the current not current participant, when I'm sending the message, so I'm gonna be sending the message to others, so I need to have other participants over here. Const other participants, and that's gonna be equals to use meeting state dot other participants. As simple as that. As I have the value of other participants over here, so in this particular section here, other participants dot, I'll definitely have to create components here, but okay, let's simply map through it. First of all, map, and I'm gonna be getting the participant. Once I got the participant, after that I'm gonna be cutting it, pasting it, and this is how it's gonna be done. Having said that, it needs the key as well. Key is gonna be participant.id. This is the first thing, and the value is gonna be participant ID, and the name is gonna be participant dot username, just like this. So ultimately this is how I will have the things. Right now everyone send it to, because that's only one person. Later there are gonna be many people. Makes sense. The question is, how am I gonna be getting the value from here? And getting the value, that simply means on change. So whenever this changes, so I will have to maintain a state over here if I'm not wrong. I have the files, I have the chat message. Similarly, I need to have one more, const send to set send to, and that's gonna be use state. By default it will have everyone, and it will actually contain some kind of ID. So when it comes to the type of this, so it can be either everyone or anything, any kind of string, so that's really not a big problem. Once I have this, so I have to even check. So CLG send to, I'm gonna be getting the value of this send to, and as I keep changing the values, I should be getting the result as well, like everyone, me. I mean, this is just for the testing purpose, nothing else. And let's see whether how it works and all. So this time if I click on F12, everyone, that's fine. Let me select me. I'm not getting me over here because of course I'm not setting the value. The question is how will I be setting the value? So default value is everyone, that's fine. I think on change should be enough here. On change and event.target.value. So handle select change, and once it is done, const handle select change. I will be getting event and change event on HTML select element, just like this. Once I have this CLG, this should be enough actually. CLG event dot target dot value, because I can easily set the value anytime. Not really big problem. Let's see how it goes. So coming back to this one, if I actually just simply select me, I'm getting me over here. Everyone, I'm getting everyone over here. So it does give me the value. Not bad. What is the next thing that I can do? Once I have this, so I'm gonna be just simply setting the value. So set send to, and I'm gonna be sending the message to event dot target dot value. As simple as that. So the value is gonna be sent. Once the value is sent, this is all these things make the payload, right? That's right. So send to, and when it comes to the send to, once I have the value of the send to over here, now Prakash, how are you, bro? How are you doing? So send to is here, and once I have done this much, let me remove this color from here first of all. So for that thing, the red color that I'm using inside the input, this is the one. Let me remove this color. Hopefully it should be fine. Is it fine? Yeah. So let me remove the color from here. That should be enough. And from here I should be able to select the values and all. So let me go to the chat input, and from here this me section needs to be removed. As for the other participants, I should be getting their names. Nothing. You are doing nothing. So what are you doing? Sitting at home playing games, Free Fire and all? Okay, so let's try this thing out, whether it actually works or not. So this, I'm already here in the meeting, and let me keep it on the left side. Another tab needs to open, so in that case let me open the incognito mode on the right side, left, right, whatever it is. Local host 3000. Let's sign in. Yeah, I need to sign in. unstoppable@gmail.com, PAWSWRD1234. Sign in. I wanna join the same meeting, so let me cut, paste, enter. Of course I'll have to iron webcam needs to be open, this one. So I'm not getting iron webcam over here. Let me reload the page one more time. This is how it's gonna be going on, and once the page gets reloaded, you should be getting this allow option here. So let me click on allow all. Both of them are gonna be joining the meeting, and now I can click on this. Well, it is not working. It is not working in the sense the camera is not on yet, and everything else is working. Let's not worry about that. Coming back to this chat option, and this chat here as well. Overall it looks like this. I'm getting everyone, I'm getting Vipendra. So send it to, if I want to send the everyone, so I'm gonna be selecting everyone. If I want to send the message to Vipendra Singh Patel, the message will be sent to Vipendra Singh Patel, and this is how it just simply goes. I thought you wouldn't recognize me. Why wouldn't I recognize you? Such a good name you have, and that too your username. Huh? Great. By the way, this should be everyone. So send the message to the everyone. So everyone, Vipendra Singh Patel, any name. One thing that I need to do here, everyone will always be everyone. If I'm getting any user's name, so I have to capitalize that. Capitalize in the sense, doesn't matter, but it does matter in some cases. So the first name should be in the capital form, right? So I can create a helper function over here that does this job. So let me create a helper function. So I have these helpers. I have normal process helper, WebRTC process helper. I'm gonna be creating one more, or we can create something called utilities, utils. Some utilities over here. So utils, just like this, and inside this utils I will have capitalize.ts, just like this. And I don't know whether this is the best name or not, but we'll do the job. So export function, I'm gonna be exporting this. The name is gonna be capitalize name. Yeah, that's fine, capitalize name. At the end of the day we will be capitalizing this only. We will get the username over here. The type of the username is gonna be string, and once we got that, well, this is a bad thing. Let me get rid of this. So this is a, oh, is this wrong? Capitalize capitalize. The word seems to be right. If I remove this name from here, capitalize. Alright, what is the spelling of capitalize? Capitalize. Capitalize. Okay. Capitalize. Just like this. Capitalize name. Just like I have to change this thing again. So capitalize. That should be enough. So by the way, once I got the name, what do I have to do? Of course I have to return the username at the end, but that is not gonna be the same username. So at least the first letter should be capitalized. So in that case, whatever I return from here, that should be like username, the word at the 0th index. So I got the word at the 0th index. So first letter. So let me do one thing. Const first letter, that's gonna be equals to this. So I got my first letter over here, and then I will capitalize that. So once I got the first letter, then how to capitalize this stuff? So this dot capitalize, not uppercase to uppercase, so it will be converted to the uppercase. And once I have the first letter to the uppercase, after that the remaining ones should be the same. So first letter plus username just a minute. How am I supposed to be doing it? So I have the username. Let me go to the Chrome. By the way, is it possible to just simply get everything else? I can splice or probably slice. So username, I don't know whether I can slice over here or not, but I want to slice the first index with the first one value. Sorry, I want to slice the value of the 0th index, and the number should be 1. Let's see whether it's gonna be actually working or not. So to check this, first of all, I cannot, short the arrows blindly, shoot the arrows blindly. So I'm gonna be saying that const name is gonna be equals to Vipendra over here, or VIP. That's done. And what I want, name dot splice, and 0th index 1 value. Wrong. Name dot splice is not a function. Kuch kar bhai. This is the string that I have. I use the slice over there. That will also be not working. Oh, it worked. So slice does work, but when I'm actually slicing the values, so how is this slice used? Okay, let me check this thing. So whenever I'm using the slice, so it gives me starting value and ending value. That simply means if I give it 1 and the end, that simply means username dot length, and that is it, -1 should be sort of returning me the value. So let me see. So name dot slice, starting is 1 and ending is name dot length -1. So it is returning me I. VIP. Where is P? For getting the P, I will have to have this as well. So the last one is excluded. That simply means I don't need to have this -1 over here. That should be fine. And it should be capitalizing the name. Capitalizing the name in the sense now. Whenever I am showing my username over here, so instead of doing it like this, I'm gonna be using capitalize name, and I'm gonna be passing the value of this over here. So it will just simply capitalize the name, return the name, and that name will be used. That simply means in case if I'm passing FD, like small a b c d and anything, that doesn't really matter for that sake, the first letter should be capitalized. Check this thing. Hat ja bhai. Hat. Everyone I have. Well, I still need to join the meeting. Probably I need to allow. Done. 2 people are in the meeting. Chat. Now, yeah, the first letter is being capitalized, and that's what I wanted. Interesting stuff, by the way. It should usually be a.username. Alrighty, this much we have done. Can we actually create components here via the button? This is the whole input section we have that actually contains the another thing as well. So ultimately this whole thing is gonna be the input container, right? So I have chat input. Okay, chat input is the combination of the preview as well as this chat input, and then I'm gonna be having input container. Yeah, that's okay. Let me create one more. That's gonna be chat input container.tsx RFC chat input container, just like this. Once I have it, so what will I be doing? I'm going to cut everything from here because it's quite a lot. This much gonna be cutting. Once it is actually cut, after that I'm gonna be returning from here. Okay, many things need to be imported, so let me import them one by one. Loader needs to be imported as well. Sender needs to be imported as well. Input paperclip, capitalized name. Alrighty, overall things are done. A few more things that are here that are, let me cut it and let me paste it here. Hopefully things are gonna be better organized here. And apart from this particular thing, how about just simply cutting everything from here and pasting everything in here. There are gonna be many errors, I know, but I will be fixing them. Such a good thing. Apart from this particular thing, come on, I should be able to select. Oh, these things, ultimately nothing is required. Just files are needed over here. I will even have to send the files. Wow. Na 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 na. Alright, time to import a lot of things. Use state, done. Use meeting, done. And use chat, done. Change event from React, done. And set files, well, I don't have. Wow, I mean literally you will have to pass two things here. You will be getting files. I hope files are not being used, but let's get the files and set files. I'm gonna be keeping the type any for now. Later I'm gonna be setting it, set files. uh, type any, and once I have this thing, previous files, set files, what is the problem? Has implicitly any type, I know that. UUID fee, okay, this needs to be inputted from Zod. For Zod I need to go here at the top, v4 as UUID v4, v4 as UUID v4. Any problem? Nothing but problems only. This is how it works. So what is the problem here? It needs to import it from UUID. Okay, that's done. And previous files are fine. What is the type of the file here? The type that I had, the file was nothing but the file itself. Oh, this is the global level type, right? So let me just have it here as well. So at the top, the one that I'm actually getting, I'll have to pass what? I'll have to pass first of all files. So file, this needs to be imported from repo types, and this, the type of this is gonna be dispatch, and set state action, and the type is gonna be file here. That should be sort of fine. Set files just simply does that. And apart from this particular thing, n is missing the following properties from the file name, URL and all. Hang on. Yeah, right now that's been resolved. And apart from this particular thing, upload URL, well, we don't really need this. It was just for the testing purpose. It is definitely being implemented the right way. And as for the errors, we actually have many. We don't have labels here, so let me get the labels. We don't have types, let me get the types. We don't have WebSocket connection, let me get that as well. Keyboard event from React, HTML element, and the errors are gone. Great. Whew. Oh, what was the use of even doing this? I'm not getting. Never mind. Handle message, handle send, handle key down, this, and this is the whole input box that I have. There's only one thing, that this is just the container that I have. Like input container has everything, and inside this chat input, just one thing. For this much only I did this much. Such a bad thing, yeah. Never mind. By the way, chat input container, I'm gonna be having it here, but it's better to just simply organize it as much as possible. So whatever we did, that was not quite bad. Set files is gonna be equals to, alrighty. So I have chat input container that handles input related stuff. The preview image is here, so that does the job, and sort of we are done. Alrighty, so this is quite a smaller component right now. What is the next thing that we have to focus on? The next thing is actually focusing on the chat input container. Right now it sort of looks like this. This is the selector that I have. Send to, just like this, and this send to actually looks like this. Great, not quite bad. I should be able to select some values. Everyone is gonna be selected there by default, and that simply means even if there are many participants, let's check that. So allow, 2 participants are here, and if I go to chat option, everyone is selected by default. I can definitely select Vipin Singh Patel and all, and this way it should be working fine. Great job. Similarly over here, everyone is selected by default. I can select unstoppable the coder. That will sort of do the job, and this message will be sent. Great. The question is that now I have to send the message. Okay, So when sending the message, earlier I used to do what? When I'm sending the message, so send to I already have. Handle send. When I'm sending the message, this is a chat payload I have. This chat payload is gonna contain one more thing. It has the ID, it has the sender ID, it has the meeting ID. It will have one more, and what is that? It will have send to whom it has to send. Simple. And once it is sent, so this chat payload type, the type I actually created somewhere here inside packages, types, source, payload. That was the hand raise payload. Let me create chat payload as well. So export, because this is gonna be needed. Export interface. By the way, hand raise payload. I'm gonna be fixing this thing, no problem. Similarly, chat payload. It will have what? It will have a few things. How about copying it from here and pasting it in here? First of all, it will have UUID, that's gonna be nothing but string. Then it will have the sender ID, that's again nothing but string. Then it will have send to, that will be nothing but string again. Meeting ID, nothing but string. Chat message, interesting stuff. This chat message, what is the type of this chat message actually? Chat message type. This is nothing but a string. Alrighty, so let me have a string over here. Lastly, I have the files. The type is gonna be file. From where? From the current directory or this. What is the file here? The file contains file name, file type, and file URL. File URL. File URL. File contain the file URL. That's okay. It should contain the file URL. Understandable. Anything else that we have to worry about right now? Chat I have ID, sender ID, meeting ID, chat option and all. Isn't this the same as payload? Chat is gonna be what? Let me remove it from here. This is actually a payload, and I have already specified this payload there. It will definitely have send to as well. And because of this thing, I'm gonna be getting errors at many places, but that's okay. For getting something good, we have to lose something. Payload. This is the payload that I have created. Send it to whom this message should be sent. It's already being exported. Chat payload I have here. And once this is done, let me get rid of this. So why do I have the type here? Isn't it gonna be great directly? Yeah, it is great. So that is done. And apart from this particular thing, well, there are so many things. I'm myself getting confused where I was working and all. So coming back to the panels, I was working on the chat panel, and inside the chat panel, I was working in the chat input section, and inside the input chat input container, inside that, I created the payload. I set the chat. So kind of before sending that, I set the chat. Set chat in the sense this became the part of the chat. That's okay, understandable. And apart from this particular thing, message, label and all, on sending this thing to the backend. The backend receives again, once the message gets sent to the backend. By the way, here, set chat message this, set files this, set what? Set something. Set is send to, that should be everyone. Set send. Should I change the value of this? Simple thing. that whenever you send the message, do you want to reset the send to, or you want to keep sending to that particular participant? I want to reset it. So send to is gonna be everyone again, or I can make it empty. What is the problem? Set send to. By default the value of is gonna be everyone, so it will be set to everyone. That simply means the default value is this, right? So I'm gonna be saying that your default value is send to, and send to already contains the everyone here, doesn't it? Send to contains everyone here, and I'm already setting that default value over here as well, and that should sort of do the job. Now click on this, everyone is already selected, Vivendra and all. Let me click on send, done. By the way, well, it will not really happen, but yeah, this is how it just simply works. Few things are missing, and that is this. Why am I getting this scroll bar here? What's the reason behind this? Getting this scroll bar, that simply means there is some kind of extra padding. Oh wait, what have I done? Still getting that. Inspect. This thing is done. Alrighty, let's check this thing. Okay, this is done. It has some padding, I think padding bottom or something. Padding 16 pixel. Let's check this thing. Compute. Yeah, this is this one padding is the problem. So let me remove that. So for that thing, that's the top one. That simply means I have to go to the chat panel, and inside this chat panel, this padding bottom chats I have. Just above the chat I have this meeting chat. Here I have padding 4 all around. Border bottom is the problem, so let me just simply get rid of the border over here, or I can say padding bottom is gonna be let's get rid of this border bottom. Now there is no border bottom, but I am still getting this. That simply means there is some kind of extra padding. No. Nope. So why is this behaving like this? So this input box has the border. No, this can never be because of that, yeah. So by the way, whatever I changed over here, let that be same. I need the border bottom, honestly, so that it looks good. And the another thing is that as for this thing is considered, why do I have it here? I'll have to figure out. There is something that I'm missing. And what is that something? either at the top or at the bottom. At the top, what is there? At the top, border left border base bg flex hide screen. This is done. Padding for border bottom. Even if I remove it, this does not make any difference. And so in case if I'm actually getting this, so let me do one thing. If it is actually like this, then x is gonna be hidden. So in that case, not x, actually y. The overflow y is actually gonna be hidden. So right now it looks like this. This is sort of great. Earlier for some reason I was getting that. Right now I'm not getting that. The problem is this, the padding that I'm giving it. So it needs to have some fixed padding. For that thing, how about the padding that I'm giving, that is around padding 4 here, and then the border bottom. And chat participants panel, how does it have participant panel? It have padding, it has the same types of things. Okay, padding 4, it has this too, border bottom, and this height 6%. So it has this extra height that is causing the issue, sort of. If I make it 5%, it will not do the job. So keeping it 6% is compulsory. Coming back to this participant, it doesn't have any height, and that's its plus point. Got it. So that is okay, not really big problem for now, but there is a little difference over there. So in that case, I can do one more thing. It is like this, that's great. Height is gonna be 6%. How will it be? So even this participant panel will do the same. So let me give it some height to this one as well, VIP meeting. So ultimately the top level header that I have, so that things are the same. So in that case, the video container that I have, mainly the top bar that I have over here, I'll say that bro, you will have height 6% around, and that is it. That's what I wanted, didn't I? So they have the same height, width, and nothing looks different here, and ultimately everything's fine too. Great job. By the way, once I've given it that much height, then usually what would happen here, that nothing will happen. It is still the way it should be. Great. So everyone is selected, this thing is selected, I'm even sending the message back. The next thing that I should be doing here, top bar done, design by is everything's done. So close this. Chat panel, even sending the message to the backend side. The backend receives the message. Let me check. Chat input container, and setting it to the everyone, sending the message to the backend. Backend will receive the message. Once the backend actually receives the message, then what I have to do, that is something I have to focus on right now. Okay, coming back to this one, sender ID I have. Using the sender ID I can easily find the name. Yeah, that's possible. Understood. So what do I want to do here? Go to the apps, WebSocket server side, source, helpers, normal server, and what is the function for not handle range? Hand range is wrong here. Let me go to the top. Chat is also not here, hand range is also not here, so many issues. As for this chat, this is gonna be chat payload. As for this hand range, this is gonna be hand range payload. Done. and close this. This was definitely added. Handle send message. This is where I will be getting the message. Once I got the message, I have the meeting ID, sender ID, and once this is done, it even contains send to. So the payload contains send to as well. Great. What is the next thing? Const participants, other participants I'm gonna be getting, and then I'm gonna be looping through it. Will be sending it to others. This is where I have to stop. Why? Because that's gonna be a switch statement here, or not even a switch statement. Normal is gonna be enough. If send to that I have, that's triple equals to everyone. That's great. Do whatever you are doing. Got it? That's equals to everyone. Then whatever you are doing, that is correct. Paste it here. But in else case, if send to is not equals to everyone, that simply means you have to send it to a particular participant, and you can easily get the connection of that particular participant, and you will have to create the message for sure. So if that's equals to everyone, you are getting other participants, looping through them, sending the message. If that's not, then you will just simply get the message directly. Control C, Control V. So the whole payload. So label normal process, data type, receive message, and this you have the message. Then you have to get the WebSocket. WebSocket is gonna be equals to what? Send to. So connections and send to. So this way, if that is not equals to everyone, that simply means it needs to be sent to some specific participant. I'm gonna be getting, I already have sent it to over here. I will get the WebSocket. Once I have the WebSocket, WebSocket.send. As I said, it was actually pretty simple. Stringify and message. That's it. So this time the message will be sent to a particular participant, and that participant is already handling the stuff. Yo boy, remember me? Random guy. Username I remember. We have talked earlier. How are you doing? I remember you. I remember the days when we were talking on the live. We were here on the live. Sorry about the name, but how are you doing? So this particular thing is done, and that simply means now on the front end side I will be getting this message. So let's go to the front end side. WebSocket. Meeting. Page.t6. Inside panels, I have to go to panels only. Inside panels, I have to go to panels. Wow, is that so? This is meeting page. So inside that I have panels, and here I have the issue. What is the problem here? Ref, panel ref. Cannot find div. Amazing job, yeah. You are unable to find div now. Reload the page. I am doing good, buddy. What about you? How's your web dev journey going on? Web dev journey is going on pretty well. Nowadays, learning about DevOps. So, like for 2 to 3 hours only, I give to web dev, like full stack. In the remaining time, I spend time learning DevOps part, like Kubernetes and all. So yeah, it's going pretty smooth. No such what feeling of not being able to create something. So yeah, have the confidence that okay, sooner or later I'm gonna be creating everything. So though I'm gonna be taking some time, but everything can be created. So slowly going into that direction. So participant panel, chat panel, and chat panel, I got the message, great. But do I have to do it here? Not really. So what do I have to do? On the client side, I'm gonna be getting the signal and this signaling.ts. That's gonna be WebRTC. Let me just simply add it here. Add it to the workspace. Okay, that's gonna be normal server process. And handle receive message. This is where I'm gonna be receiving the message, and this is where I have to get the things done. So all the best, buddy. I have to go. Bye bye, take care and see you. uh, ID, sender ID, send meeting ID, chat, all these things. This chat contain one more things, and that to send to. So apart from sender, it will contain send to as well. And this chat is not the right type here. So wow. Oh. Am I facing the network issue right now? Probably not. By the way, it's been 1 hour. Great. I'm supposed to be live for 2 hours on this particular topic, handle edge payload. And once I have set the value, so set chat, I'm gonna be adding send to over here as well. Why? Then if I'm actually adding send to over here, so let me go to set chat, use chat. This chat is not required anymore. For the type, it's gonna be chat payload. Let's go to the state. Chat not required anymore. Type is gonna be chat payload, chat payload, and that is it. This is how it's gonna be going on. And I will have the send to as well to this particular user, so I will have to find the name of the user as well. Interesting. Close this. Close this as well. Ultimately, send to has also been saved. As the send to has been saved now, so using send to, that is nothing but the ID, so I should be able to find the ID as well of the user. Great. Now whenever I'm rendering the chats, let me go to that rendering option section. I have to change the UI a little bit. That will not work directly. So chat panel, inside chat panel I'm showing the chat messages, and yeah, just like this they are being shown. Coming back to this one, receive messages, sent messages. In both the cases I have to do it actually. This part, first of all, the type, this should be chat payload here, not really like this, payload. And received message, when I'm receiving the messages, then I have to change the UI. When I'm sending the message, then I have to change the UI. So in both the cases I have to keep this thing in mind. So let me go to the received messages, and but before even that, this is where I'm rendering them, right? Get rid of this. Chat should be chat payload here, and okay, that's fine. Even chat payload, probably this is okay. Good name. Never mind. Coming back to this one here, whether that is the received message or this is the, this should be somewhere here. So I have to change the UI right now. So what should be in the UI right now? How does the message look like right now? If I send any message, the message actually looks like this: unstoppable the coder at this particular time. Well, this is not the right time, of course. Sent this particular message. What I want that I need to have one more thing just above that. So the image and all, it's good that I have them here. And this is the chat header, unstoppable the coder and the time. So this is the chat header. This chat header itself should contain two things. First of all, it will contain this. That's good, no problem with that, and it looks fairly well. Okay, the next thing is that it should contain another div, probably at the top. What will it have? It will have two paragraphs. From, suppose Vipendra, and to unstoppable, just like this. Again, I have to add it to my workspace. So nothing is visible. Interesting. Class name, bg white. Well, nothing seems to be making any difference here. There should definitely be here, but that is not here. Great. In this particular case, let me give it bg red 300. Wow, interesting. Not visible. Great. So text is gonna be white. What is the problem with this? By the way, this is the chat header I have. Chat header has this. Chat header has the time. It has the username. Username is visible. Oh, receive messages. I have to take care of the send message. So let me copy this thing from here. I'm gonna be changing this the same thing here as well. Coming back to send messages. Aida. Bro, can you explain one thing that anyone can remember every lines of code or not that he's written already? Can anyone remember? It's not about remembering, it's about understanding and being able to customize that. So right now, as I'm writing the logic, so I don't remember that. Suppose I'm speaking, so it's not like I have remembered it, then I'm speaking. Whatever comes to my mind, I'm simply speaking as per the need and as per the context. Similarly, in coding, you don't remember, you just know how it is written. You know the the language, and using the language, you can create hundreds of things. So you never remember the logic, you never remember anything actually. You just know how the code is written, what it means, and you can write more code on top of that as per the need. I hope it does make sense. The way you never think before speaking, the same way here we just simply think about the logic part. Okay, this is what I have to create, and then create that. But things are pretty simple even here. It is just a language, bro. So if you know English, if you know any other language, so the way you know that, the same way it can be learned. It's not the hardest thing ever, honestly speaking. Coding is easy if you actually learn it the right way. Coming back. So this is the chat header that I have, and I'm gonna be pasting this here and gonna be wrapping it inside a div just like this, and let's see how does it look like. It looks like this. First of all, let's remove the bg color that it has, bg red. Ultimately, let's remove the whole class edge. It doesn't really make any difference having them here. Let's make it flex. Gap is gonna be around 3 or something, and let's see. So this is how it looks like. Really bad. It should be on top of that should be on top of each other. In that case, flex and flex column. This is how it looks like. From Vipendra to this. Is this good? So if I'm sending a message, the message is gonna be sent like this. This is not quite bad actually, but it can definitely be improved. Improved in the sense, this timing can actually be here at the bottom. This unstoppable, the coder should be removed, and this is how it should be going on. So ultimately, this another one that I have. As for this timing, cut the timing from here. Let me remove it completely from here, and it should be just below the chat message. That should be fine as well. So this is how it's gonna be looking like. Gap and all, I'm gonna be giving some gap as well. So flex column, gap is gonna be around 2, so it doesn't have any effect. this. So even if I'm giving gap here, it will not make any difference. So let's not worry about this. By the way, now what is the use of wrapping it here? That's right, there's no use. So let me cut this. Let me paste it here directly. And flex, no need to have flex column here. Just flex is gonna be enough. And forget about this. This is how it looks like. There should be some gap. Or let me make sure that if I say justify between, in that case what will happen? Justify between doesn't have any effect. Interesting. That simply means it doesn't have full width. That's right. So if I give it full width, then what will happen? It will look like this. That's really bad, really bad. In that case, let's not give it full width. Even justify between doesn't need to be here. Just give it proper gap, and that should be more than enough. So this is how it's gonna be looking like, and that's good actually. By the way, it needs to have some width here. So not width, actually some space between, in between. So in that case, this is the top level div that I have. Chat end space y is gonna be around 2. Brother, what do you do? Want to become the most? What do you want to become the most? Front end or back end? Honestly, I'm back end engineer. I can make the front end, but I feel like front end. I don't care. I can create the front end, but I don't care exactly how it looks. So creating the front end and creating good front end. So it's not like being a front end engineer. I can say I'm a front end engineer because I can build front end. Building good front end is the problem. So I can simply say I'm not a UI UX designer, engineer, but I am a front end developer. So front end back end, I'm a full stack developer. Such a good thing. And only one thing I'm lacking, that is creating beautiful websites. It takes time, yeah. I don't care about the beautiful and all. I can take the help of AI anytime. Why am I facing the network? Sure. I want to see your setup one time. My setup one time. Do not have a look at that. I'll show that. Don't worry. Wait up sec. Space by 1. This much is fine. By the way, as for the setup, let me show that. Not a problem. So this is the PC that of course I'm working on. This is the, well, I have 2 keyboards and that's the laptop that is there, and I'm able to see the chats of you guys here on the laptop. So this is how the laptop's configuration is not that much good, but overall, yeah, it's quite messy, I know, but this is how it goes. I hope it does make sense. You've seen that. Well, just a laptop nearby me, my PC, and nothing else. That's it. Coming back to this one, this seems to be okay. It should have some text is also fine from this to unstoppable. The only thing that I need to have here, that is making it blue. So probably this is gonna be better. So blue in the sense, this name should be inside a span, just like this. Same is gonna be here as well. Span. Maybe I am the first subscriber who has seen your setup. Probably. I hardly do that. Like, I mean, there's no reason showing the setup and all. So yeah, kind of. Text blue, and that's gonna be around 500 or something. Let's see how is the. Oh, this looks like this. Let me keep it 400. And things are gonna be. Look, this is why I don't focus on the UI part a lot. because now changing the color, fixing the pixels, this takes a lot of time. But let me just simply add it here quickly. And business logic is not a problem. I can easily write, I can even create the front end, but creating the front end takes time. Writing the business logic, you already know what you have to write the logic quickly. Don't know, for some reason I keep facing the network issues nowadays. So this chat header, let me comment this. Well, that's really bad. So let me have it here at the top. I'm gonna be cutting this timing from here, and this whole thing needs to be removed. क्या दिक्कत है? This whole thing needs to be removed, and I will have just below. And let's see a few more things that need to be added here, and that is the, so first of all space y1 chat end. So wherever I have chat start, space y1, and I have paused and learned 20 days of your English speaking videos, and now I'm feeling good, but fluency is still missing. For that thing you will have to speak, bro. Whether you have less knowledge or a lot of knowledge, that doesn't really matter. The thing is that until unless you start speaking English, you will never be able to speak. So yeah, find some people, start speaking, or there are some WhatsApp groups, like even I have mine, but there are people are not quite active there. So you can just simply join some WhatsApp groups. So let me send you something. Search this. Can I send? I cannot, or what? Just a minute. Free for search this on Google. You will find a website. Over there you will find the people who practice English. And the next thing is that I have got this, and once I got this, so first of all this chat should be chat payload, and participant is gonna be here. This needs to be replaced with chat payload, of course. Chat payload, done. And the next thing is that I already have the current participant over here. This is for the sent message. So sent message means what? I have the chat, right? Once I have the chat, this chat will contain everything. So as I have the chat, sender is gonna be always the current participant because I'm the one sending it. So in that case, from whom? So it should be from you to this. So if you are sending the message, you don't really need this, or do you need this? If you are the sender, in that case, yeah, you don't really need this. Or probably you do. From this to this, that's right, you need this. So let me have the from means from current participant. So current participant dot username. From this particular user to this particular user, the message has been sent. So chat dot send to, but the thing is that this send to is the ID, and using to find the user, and then after that I have to show the names. So send it to others. I have the list of other users, and as I have the list of other users over here, using the ID I have to find them, and then I have to find the name. Pretty interesting. That simply means get user. So let me create another utility here, and that's gonna be get user if I'm not wrong. So one more utility here, that's gonna be get username ts. What will this do? Export function get username. It gets other users, so other, the name should be get participant or get username, that's fine. So get a username of the participant, so it will be getting participant or other participant and participant id. It will be getting these two things. Once it gets them, it's gonna be just simply returning something. The question is, export this. It doesn't have any type, so other participants are gonna be participant array, and participant id is gonna be nothing but a string, just like this. Once it has this, then from the other participants I have to find them. So const participant, that's participant, yeah, that's gonna be equals to other participants dot find. I'm gonna be finding p dot id, that's equals to participant id, just like this. And once I got that, so return participant dot username, as simple as that. So this is how it's gonna be returned from here. Once it is returned, so what will I do over here? Chat get username, and I'm gonna be passing send to here. And apart from this thing, this other participants that I have, I'm not gonna be importing it, rather I'm gonna be getting it directly here. So const other participants, that's gonna be equals to, by the way, this should be other participants use meeting, and from the meeting I will directly get the other participants dot get state dot other participants. That's it. So this will do the job. I'm already getting it from there, just simply passing the id that will just responsible for finding the name and all, and that will do the job. Send it to, what is the problem? Send it to cannot find, so it should be chat dot send it to. Done. So get username 2, and that is it. I don't really think I need to worry about anything. So let me see whether it works or not. One more thing, there is a problem. What is the problem? The problem is that get username, send it to when I'm sending it. So I have to check this participant, cut it, paste it, participant id, this should be send it to, just like this. I have to just simply return. I hope it does make sense. As for the network, I do keep facing this issue, so let's not worry about that. And let's see how it looks like. Coming back to this one, hi, sent. So from unstoppable the coder to everyone, this is the message that got sent, and that's no one else in the room. So let me ask another participant to join the meeting. I wanted to focus on something else, I started working on something else. Great, but okay, not a problem. They are not in the same meeting, are they? They are not. So let me copy it. Let me allow this user to join the meeting. So done, they are in the meeting right now. And now coming back to this one, hi. So from Vipin Singh Patel to everyone, and here what I'm getting, from Vipin Singh Patel to everyone, and here I'm simply getting that from Vipendra to unstoppable. This is the message that I got from Vipendra, only the first word I'm getting. What is the full name? Full name is Vipin Singh Patel, the first word I'm getting here, that's okay. Probably the name that I have, that simply returns me the first name. That's sort of right. Let me send unstoppable to the unstoppable the coder. Hi. So from Vipendra to unstoppable, that is problematic. It should be everyone over here because this is the message for everyone. And this works over here great, by the way. Vipen Singh, okay, this will always be like this. I'm not changing it on the go. So yeah, understandable. This one is working. As for this one, let me fix that right here. So for this thing, what I'll do, I'll go to the receive message, chat message, receive message. Whenever I'm receiving the messages at that time, this needs to be changed. So changed in the sense from whom. So from whom send to. So whatever the send to value I have, send it to means to this particular user it needs to be sent. Just I'm going to think about it. When you are sending that, so send to is there, and then whenever the message is sent, send to value will still be here. To this particular participant, it's been sent. So send to is gonna be the current user, right? So from whom and to whom. So to send to ultimately just like this, and as for this, it should be the combination of the current participant as well as the other participants. Yeah, this get username. So ultimately the other participants that I'm actually getting over here. One thing is missing, that means current participant. As the current participant is missing, that's gonna be problematic. So const current participant, and that's gonna be use meeting get state dot current participant part or all participants. That's gonna be equals to an array that contains current participant and that contains other participants as well. By the way, I don't need to destructure this. It should be fine like this. And once this is done, so all participants dot find. I'm gonna be finding among all the participants. So this is how it's gonna be going on. If I'm actually finding the name for some region, and coming back to this receive message, get username, I'm gonna be passing the chat dot send to know the name like the sender ID as well. So get username and chat dot sender ID, just like this. So the sort of it's done. Let's see whether it's working or not. They are in the meeting? No, they are not. It's been quite a lot of time. Let me restart it again. Let's see how it's gonna be going on. Meanwhile, let me check how long it's been. So it's mainly been how many minutes? 1 hour 45. 15 minutes we have more. As simple as that. No more, no less. Really bad, but okay. Okay. To everyone, I'm sending hi. So Unstoppable the coder send the message to everyone, and that is hi. So here I got from Unstoppable the coder to everyone. Great. If I select the participant name, hello Vipendra. So Unstoppable the coder send the message to hello Vipendra. Unstoppable the coder to hello Vipendra, only this message got received. This never reset. It should be resetting, but it is not getting reset. But okay, that's understandable. So that's it. This is what I wanted to do. So here, let me ask another participant to join the meeting. In that case, another participant will join the meeting from here. I'll be redirected to the sign page first of all. I'll have to sign up actually. Raj form PASSWRD 1234 PASSWRD 1234 enter. The user is going to be signed up. Let me paste the link here. So he is also gonna be joining this. Allow. So there are 3 people in the meeting right now. Great. Let me go to the chat. And now let's see how it goes. Yeah. This seems to be a bit better. Okay. So what I want to do, there needs to be 3 people right in the meeting now. So the request must have been sent to the user to join the meeting, or at least I hope so. Okay, this seems to be fine. So if I send, let me see whether I got a request here or not. Not here. Okay, here. Allow. So the user has joined the meeting right now. So there are 3 users. If I turn on the camera, this turning on the camera doesn't work because camera is not available. It definitely works here. Great. So I should be able to see it here as well. So yeah, we are able to turn the camera on. So let me turn it off. Main focus is on this chat part right now, whether the functionality that I built that is working or not. Alrighty, here we are. So if I send the message from here to Vipendra, Raj is here. If I send the message to everyone, let's see. Hi. The message is received from Unstoppable the Coder to everyone. From Unstoppable the Coder to everyone. From Unstoppable the Coder to everyone. Great. To Vipendra. Hi. Only Vipendra got the message from Unstoppable the Coder to Vipendra. That's it. Did Raj get the message? Not really. Let me send the message to Raj. Hi Raj. Only Raj got the message. So this is what is happening here. If Raj is gonna be sending the message, so suppose Raj wants to send the message to Unstoppable the Coder. Hi Unstoppable. Let me click on send a message. Only Unstoppable got the message over here. Vipendra did not get. If I send the message to Vipendra, so Vipendra, Vipendra, only Vipendra gets the message. And if I send the message to everyone, so everyone will get the message. As simple as that. Nothing could be better than this. Similarly, let's try this thing over here. Gonna be sending the message to everyone. Gonna be sending a message to Raj. There's only one problem. This doesn't get reset again. Unstoppable. Superb. Never expected that. We could be, I mean, honestly, we don't expect, and then when we start building that, we somehow build that. So let me leave the meeting from here. It's been working amazingly great. And the another thing is that, again, saving the chats and history, that's still remaining. The title should be actually different, but we made it different. That's okay. It should be 100. What is the problem here, bro? 100. The problem is here that there are many chats and there are many videos and all. So this is the problem. As for the chat works quite great, right? But this does not work, mainly because of this. So I'm gonna be removing these on main screen. Doesn't show anything. So okay, that's fine. When the screen is smaller, then only I face this issue. That's understandable. Apart from this particular thing, what else do I have to focus on? Apart from this thing, the message functionality is working well. This message functionality, for now, we don't really need to worry about anything, right? So congratulations, whatever we had to build, well, we built something else. How about this? This is also working. So the main goal was to just simply add the chats and all, but we ended up building this personal message that is definitely working right now. So because of this thing, even I'm happy that I built this. I had the idea in my mind how it could be built, but of course initially I was about to skip that, then finally we built that. So allow personal message, that's been done. Then add a backend to save chats and history and all. So this is gonna be done tomorrow. So as for the title of this video, Well, that's great. Coming back to this one, let me change the title, and that is it. That was it, by the way. 152 minutes. I'm gonna be taking a break. Maybe in the evening I'm gonna be going live again on this particular video. So this should be uh, adding personal message feature, just like this, and let me save it here. So that was it, everybody. Now I'm gonna be catching up tomorrow, not tomorrow actually, of course after a while or something, because there is a I'm gonna be learning about the ghost part. There's a lot to just simply cover there. So I'm gonna be back. We will be discussing about that. Until then, take care, bye bye, and see you.